because of the weight disadvantage.
Dude, can you imagine, bro? You're fighting Canelo Alvarez, man. Nobody ever heard of you. Nobody even knows your name, all that stuff, bro.
But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight class doesn't matter for.
When reports surfaced that Terence Crawford might face Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather praised the fight as a strong matchup but cautioned Crawford about the major weight difference. He emphasized that boxing is not a game and advised Crawford to be careful before stepping into the ring.
And it's a good matchup with those two. You know, may the best man win. But this sport is something that you can't play with. Boxing is something that you can't play with.
Terence Crawford says the fight with Canelo is a huge challenge because he loves challenges and wants to prove everyone wrong. He believes no one is unbeatable, no matter their size. Some argue Crawford chose the wrong opponent in Canelo because he is too big. Still, Crawford remains focused on proving he can handle the test.
Because of the challenge.
Yeah.
I love the challenges. And I love the people that I hear them now. You're too little. You know, Canelo gonna break you. He's gonna stop you. You come from 147, that weight too big. This and that. I can hear now. And that just excites me to go in there and just be like, okay, let me prove him wrong once again.
That fight would be gigantic. If Canelo gets through Jamel and then you guys fight, that fight would be gigantic.
And it's crazy because, like, in the past interviews, I was like, man, Canelo too big, man. It's weight classes for a reason. And I was like, nah.
There's a reason why weight classes matter so much in boxing. Fighters compete in these divisions to protect themselves from much stronger opponents who could be dangerous. They're not just for show. When Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are mentioned, one major concern always comes up: the massive difference in their weight. Canelo is powerful enough to fight comfortably at 168 pounds. Fans and experts worry that Crawford may struggle with this weight jump, even though Crawford has excelled at much lower divisions.
Weight divisions for a reason, right or wrong?
Right.
Manny Pacquiao, bro.
Okay.
What's your take on Manny?
Well, Pacquiao didn't move up 3 weight divisions at once.
Okay.
Fight a pound for pound fighter.
Okay, so Canelo's got it. How does Canelo get it done?
I don't know, man. It might be the boringest fight ever. It might be the best fight ever. But I will tell you this: it's not a fight I truly care about. Crawford's not really entertaining. So I don't really care about who he fights. But I will tell you like this: he's a tremendous fighter. He's a great fighter, but he's not really entertaining outside the ring. There's nothing that makes me want to be like, I can't wait to see the next Terence Crawford fight.
The fighters of today aren't holding back their opinions either. Rolando Romero pointed out the massive size gap between Crawford and Canelo, reminding everyone that weight classes exist for a reason. He even claimed Canelo would win based on size alone. Floyd Mayweather recently reflected on the time he famously defeated a young Canelo Alvarez. While Mayweather won that fight, he emphasized that Canelo is not the same fighter today. Since that loss, Canelo has evolved into a dangerous force, stronger, more mature, and physically dominant. Even though Canelo was younger than Mayweather back then, Floyd always knew how powerful he could become.
That, you know, Canelo said that because when Canelo fought me, he was in his prime. And when I fought, I was an old man. So I wasn't in my prime when I fought Canelo. You know, I was an old man when I fought Canelo. Just like this right here, young guy. Even though I'm old, I got a lot of experience. I'm gonna go out there and just show him that this is the elite level and it's something totally different.
Mike Tyson, the legendary boxer, didn't hold back when discussing the fight. He believes Crawford shouldn't face Canelo and should stick to his original path. Tyson highlighted Canelo's power, relentless style, and ability to break opponents down with non-stop pressure. According to Tyson, the risk outweighs the reward, and Crawford may not come out on top in this battle.
Dude, Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think?
Yeah, he can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. You know, I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
David Benavidez, a rising star, shared a more complicated view. He admitted he would have preferred this fight never to happen. While he respects both fighters, Benavidez knows Canelo is the biggest money fight in boxing right now. Everyone wants him. Still, Crawford's massive weight jump makes him uneasy. He believes chasing greatness is admirable, but it should never come at the cost of safety or fairness.
For throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my opportunity, and and after this fight, what else are they gonna say? You know what I mean? This was a tough fight. You know, the top WBC, the top people ranked at the WBC are fighting each other. So I mean, it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, then I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go try to, I set my conquest on 175. Like I said, I don't want no handouts either. I want to, earn my spots everywhere I go, even at 175. But I see that weight class. I want to become champion at 175, and that's exactly what
Amir Khan, who once faced Canelo, delivered one of the strongest warnings. Khan admitted he underestimated how crucial the size difference was. He said Canelo is a beast and emphasized that he learned the importance of weight classes the hard way. His advice to Crawford was simple: move forward with caution.
Man, Canelo was a beast, and when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career there as well. So, whoever I was gonna fight, I was gonna give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were probably winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But I was boxing well. But one thing, size. There's now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division. But then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight, you know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro, remember, but Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight. Yeah.
You think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well. And he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old, this and another. But no, Canelo's still a beast.
I mean, Eddie Hearn says Dalton's levels above Adam. What do you think?
I think today, Adam proved he is probably on the same level, but in my opinion, both guys want to fight each other just yet.
A seasoned boxing expert shared a chilling perspective. He spoke about being close to Canelo's punches and how terrifying they sounded, even when they weren't thrown with full power.
Man Films, what up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
What pays the bill? That's why Canelo's skillful too.
Joe Rogan, who has been calling fights for years, highlighted how brutally Canelo hits. Rogan didn't talk about footwork or strategy. His focus was entirely on Canelo's raw power to hurt opponents.
Guys that just have preposterous power, and Canelo is a guy that has power but is constantly working on it. There's a great clip of him working with Andy Ruiz. You know that shield, that weird hand shield that they hold up for hooks?
Yeah.
And he's like, this is not for speed. This is just power. Just power. He's like, don't try to be fast with this, just power. And you see him just, hey, boom. Bro, he hits so hard.
Sports reporter Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back either. During a live segment, he made it clear he hated the idea of this fight. Smith believes Crawford could lose simply because he lacks the size and power to match Canelo.
I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, Can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life, and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Paulo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Legendary Mexican fighter Julio Cesar Chavez predicted the outcome clearly. If Crawford goes through with this, he'll lose. While Chavez respects Crawford's skill, he believes Canelo's strength at 168 pounds is overwhelming. Coming from someone with decades of experience, those words hit hard. Ryan Garcia also joined the chorus of warnings, admitting Crawford is talented but stressing that Canelo's sheer power could be too much. Garcia believes size and strength might outweigh skill in this fight.
Yeah. I think Canelo's just too big for Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is another, amazing fighter. You gotta give credit when it's due. He's an amazing fighter, he's very talented, and he'll for sure give Canelo a fight, and Canelo knows that. But I feel like Canelo will use, his experience, his weight, and how big he is, and I think he'll overpower Terence Crawford like in the later rounds.
William questioned the matchup between Canelo and Crawford, saying the massive weight difference makes it feel more like a spectacle than a real fight, even if it grabs attention. He added that if Crawford wins, critics might downplay it due to the size gap, but if Canelo wins, it'll be seen as business as usual.
Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight. Trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running. But he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him. Yeah.
Joel Diaz, Canelo's trainer, highlighted one of his fighter's greatest strengths. Not just delivering devastating punches, but absorbing them, even from bigger opponents. Diaz believes Crawford will struggle to hurt Canelo in the ring, which could make it nearly impossible to slow him down during the fight.
To say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Oscar de la Hoya, the former champion turned promoter, didn't hold back. He called the fight a money grab. Reflecting on boxing history, he questioned whether this matchup makes sense from a fighter's perspective. Traditionally, when a smaller, more skilled fighter takes on a much bigger opponent, the results rarely favor the little guy. De La Hoya voiced his concerns during a lengthy discussion, highlighting the risk versus reward dilemma at play.
Canelo versus William Skull. William who?
Oscar, being back in New York over here.
Let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Fact Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, and this is the truth again, it's a money grab. That's it.
But
Crawford doesn't rely on his power. He relies on his IQ. Crawford, what he did to Spence was magic, was incredible, was amazing. And so, look, one thing about Canelo is that we all know that he walks in the ring as if there's wet cement, right? His footwork is a little too heavy. Crawford is such a smart fighter where he can he's like Bruce Lee, literally. And he's in his peak, he's in his prime. And so I think that if that fight ever happens, which I don't think it will, if that fight ever happens, I have to go with Crawford.
Okay, you have it. Oscar De La Hoya talking about Crawford.
Stephen A. Smith and veteran reporter Dan Raphael clashed over the fight. Smith completely dismissed the idea, saying it made no sense, while Raphael took a different stance. He argued that Crawford isn't chasing paychecks, he's chasing greatness. Raphael acknowledged that the path to victory would be dangerous, but he respected Crawford's ambition. He even warned that for Crawford to have any chance, his game plan would need to be flawless. Still, it's clear not everyone is against this fight.
Terence Crawford is a marvelous boxer, arguably the best in the world, pound for pound. But can you hurt Canelo? If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he can outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge can you truly pose? What do you say to that?
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez has a historically great chin. Now, I go way back when he first came to the United States and started boxing, and he found himself on an HBO pay-per-view undercard years and years ago, fighting against the older brother of the great Miguel Cotto. His name was Jose Miguel Cotto, and he had gotten a ton of hype. He had signed with Golden Boy Promotions, and a lot of those of us in the media. And I had seen him a couple of times before that. This is my first time seeing him in person, really paying close attention. And he almost got knocked out in the first round. And I remember Stephen A., all of us looking around at Media Row going, what the heck is this all hyped about? This man can't take a shot. He's going to get drilled. He was lucky that the fight was over, that the round was over in round one, or there might have been some much more trouble. Stephen A., that was 16, 17 years ago. I've never seen him wobbled, rocked, physically, visibly hurt since then. He has an all-time great chin going in the ring with tremendous punchers. Terence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes, do any damage? Yeah, he's a slick boxer, and he's also a good puncher in the welterweight division, in the junior welterweight division, in the lightweight division. But even at junior middleweight, which is where Terence Crawford had his most recent fight back in August, when he moved up and he won a world title, he didn't blow the doors off. He fought a very tough, solid opponent named Israel Madrimov. He gave him a good fight. It was very close. Madrimov's people seem to think he might have even been able to edge it out. But if you can't hurt an Israel Madrimov at 154, what the heck are you going to do with Canelo Alvarez, the sturdiest guy in the world, at 168? So that aspect of it is certainly a problem. You mentioned about Charlo. Charlo was there to get his check. I know one thing about Terence Crawford. He's not going to just come to turn up to get the check. He'll at least try. And Charlo, I don't think, really tried.
One of the few experts giving Crawford real hope is legendary trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas. Atlas praised Crawford's intelligence, toughness, and adaptability inside the ring. He highlighted that Crawford is the type of fighter who can make adjustments mid-fight and refuses to break, mentally or physically. In Atlas's eyes, Crawford isn't just skilled, he's a man capable of defying the odds.
He's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is. But who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight, then he unified the junior, then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight.
The potential clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is one of the most debated what-if scenarios in modern boxing. On one hand, if Crawford defies the odds, it could become a legendary moment in history. But with the glaring difference in size and strength, it also carries the risk of turning into a disaster.
Saying it. I look at him, look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher, a unified champion that he's been, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able, sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
That's it for today's breakdown, fight fans. Keep your guard up and stay ready for the next one. Until then, stay sharp.